Amidst the vast waves, where the boundary between the sky and the ocean is just a hazy horizon, the ship set sail again. On the deck, the sound of the engine mixed with the sound of the waves, signaling the beginning of a new journey. This is not just a trip to find fish, but also a battle with nature, testing the endurance, solidarity, and pride of the children of the sea. After hours of drifting at sea, when the sea was still misty and drizzling, each net began to be pulled up. Each movement was decisive and rhythmic, the result of many years of experience and the understanding between the members. In the distance, other small boats were still persistently surrounding, sharing the same goal, bringing home a catch full of hope. Little by little, the huge net was pulled close to the side of the ship. The silver fish wriggled in the air, like thousands of rays of light falling on the rain-soaked deck. And then, the whole deck seemed to explode with life as hundreds, thousands of fish poured down, covering the cold, wet wooden floor. The nets had poured out all the gifts that the ocean had given them in return for the challenging days at sea. Amidst the sound of waves lapping against the ship and the howling wind, the crew began the most arduous task, hauling in the nets. The cables, stretched taut as if about to snap, vibrated with each wave, transmitting the weight of the ocean to the deck. Beneath the deep blue water, the net was closing in. Large schools of fish were being led into the enclosure, the silvery glint of their scales glistening in the faint light filtering through the sea. From the surface of the sea, a giant net gradually emerged, bulging with the weight of tons of fish inside. The red, silver, orange patches of fish and net buoys mixed with the waves, creating a vivid picture in the middle of the ocean. The sound of seabirds chirping loudly above, as if eager to share the joy with the crew. At this moment, everyone knew the effort of the whole trip to sea had been rewarded. Each heavy net was lifted onto the deck, then opened as if to pour the treasures of the sea into the hole. The bright red fish poured out in a torrent, creating a lively waterfall into the cold storage system. As soon as they are brought down to the hole, the fish are immediately transferred to the automatic sorting system. Each large fish, still fresh and with silver scales, rolls gently on the conveyor belt, ready to enter the processing stage. each rope stretched out, vibrating with the rhythm of the waves, transmitting the weight of the sea to the calloused hands of the fishermen. They stood close together on the side of the ship, some holding, some pulling, their eyes following each meter of net being collected. The sound of the rope rubbing against the side of the ship, the rumbling sound of the winch, mixed with the sound of the waves, created a unique rhythm of work. And then, the first silvery rays appeared. The fish splashed as the net was pulled close to the deck. Cheers rang out, mixed with the sloshing sound of fish sliding down the wet wooden deck. Each fish was a reward from the sea, in exchange for sweat, effort and long days at sea. The whole hold of the ship seemed to light up when the last net was unloaded, thousands of shiny fish covering the deck. Laughter echoed throughout the deck, dispelling all the fatigue of the stressful hours of pulling the net. Every eye, every smile shone with pride because this was not only the spoils of war, but also a testament to the strength, solidarity, and experience of the whole team. From the stern, the heavy net was gradually pulled back, each yellow buoy bobbing on the waves as if marking the way back. Each turn of the winch was a tense breath, because up ahead, somewhere in the deep blue water, the school of fish was being gradually led into the encirclement. The sound of the rope screeching, the sound of the waves crashing against the side of the boat combined, creating the familiar sound of fishing trips far out at sea. As the net was open, waves of silvery white fish rushed down onto the deck, sliding quickly into the hole. The sound of splashing fish mixed with the joyful shouts of the fishermen echoed throughout the ship. Immediately after being put into the compartment, the fish are immediately transferred to the processing conveyor belt. Each fresh fish, with silver scales still on it, rolls gently along the machine, preparing to enter the stages of classification and cold storage. The system works continuously and rhythmically, ensuring that each batch of fish maintains the same quality as when it first left the sea. So today's trip has ended, with a bumper catch of fish and countless stories in the middle of the ocean. If you find this video interesting and meaningful, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next journeys. Thank you for joining us. See you again in the stormy, but also joyful sea trips ahead.